Hey everybody, what's up? It's Kiki and I am coming at you guys today to talk about my hair, honey. Yes, dear. I know this is different from y'all. A lot of you guys have seen me with curly hair last year, or last summer. I don't think I've had curly hair since last summer, maybe. Yeah. So it was long overdue time for me to change up my style and throw in some curly hair. The hair that I'm wearing, of course, you guys see by the title, Princess Hair Shop, Malaysian Curly. I've never had Malaysian hair before. Well, I've had Malaysian hair, but recently I've had Malaysian hair, and that was Malaysian Wavy, and this is Malaysian Curly. So this is my first time with Malaysian Curly, and I really like it. It is totally different from Indian Curly, which is the curly that I'm used to. I've never had any other curly texture but Indian Curly. Oh, and last summer I tried Mongolian Curly, but that one really didn't work out for me. But this one I'm feeling. Of course, you know it comes packaged in the priority envelope with Princess Hair Shop signature zebra pink and black tape across it. It comes in little, you know, cellophane packages with the card as well. On the back it gives you care instructions and tell you what you ordered. I got Malaysian 20-inch natural curly. So I got a 20, a 18, a 16, and a little bit, just a little bit of 14. Not even a full 16. So it's like maybe three packs, because I got most of the 16 and a little bit of the 14. So whatever I used of the 14 was probably what I had left of the 16. So I probably got like 3 full packs in my head. This is a piece of the 16 that I had left. Gorgeous out the pack, and when you wash it, oh god, it gets a curl that you just can't touch. It's just gorgeous. Love it. So I've had this hair for a while, so I've probably shampooed it once and co-washed it a bunch of times just so I can see the curl pattern form again. So this is what it looks like. So it has very nice wefts. The beards are I think, yeah, I believe it's double wefted, but I can't really tell. I think it's double wefted, but it's so thin that, you know, it looks like one weft, and the wefts are really easy to bend or fold. So the beards are in between the two wefts, look like something like that. Something like that. So what this is a full wig. I was going to do a full tutorial. I mean, I was going to do a tutorial, honey, because usually I don't like doing tutorials on things that I'm trying for the first time. But I've made wigs before. I made full wigs. I made U-part wigs. So I was like, I could do a tutorial on this one. I have a closure. I'm going to bleach it. I'm going to do all that. Here is the closure. Bleached it. While I was bleaching it, my battery on my camera died. Okay, I'm going to finish this up, then I'll come back to it. Honey, when this thing was done, when I washed it, girl, I had over bleached this thing so much, it was ridiculous. I was like, oh no, that was a fail. So, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I will definitely show you the pictures that I posted on Facebook. But, and I love their closures because of this band right here. Because I have closures that don't have this band, and it's kind of hard for me to sew it because I'm scared that I'm going to rip the lace by pulling it too much or sewing through the lace too much. So I like it when it has like this little band around the edges. The closure is fixable. I could easily just, you know, touch up the roots, but honey, once it was a fail, it was a fail. And I like because her wigs are so not really dense. They're like just good enough. But I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna fix it. But what I did was make a full wig. I was gonna make a U-part, so I started, you know, making my wig as a U-part. Also, this is my I did a hot glue gun. Now I have attempted to do hot glue guns 2 other times. The first time I was gluing so close that I ran out of hair, and I was like, F it, I'm done. threw it in my hair stash and haven't touched it since. The second time, I just didn't like the way it came out. I did a full wig with the circle closure and everything. Just didn't like the way it came out, so never wore that one. And this one. So what I did this time was I put the cap on my head. I measured it. I glued it with hair glue. It took a minute. It took me about as long as it would have took me to do a sew-in. But I wanted to try it because with the sew-in lately, with the sew-in U-part wig, I have been, for some reason, not getting it dead on. Like, it's not fitting my head like all my other ones do. So I don't know if I'm just tired of making U-parts and ready to go back to original sew-ins or what, but that's what's been happening. So I was like, in order for it to fit my head like I want it to fit my head, I'm going to do it on my head. So I measured, I glued, I measured, I glued, I measured, I glued. Then I will come in the room and hot glue it, peel the glue off and hot glue it back. Yeah. A lot of work. Some unnecessary work. I put glue on the hair. I put hot glue on the hair, but I mean, the hair is fine. That won't damage the hair. That won't do anything to the hair. A lot of people might be like, oh, how can you do that? Whatever. Hey, I know a lot of people on YouTube are doing hot glue gun methods. A lot of people still bonding their hair in. So just because I got the hair to review and that's what I chose to do with it, you know, whatever you choose to do with it when you get the hair is up to you. That's what I chose to do this time. And I know that I'm not going to take it off of this cap. This is how I want the cap. So there's no problem with me hot gluing it on there because this is going to be a permanent fixture on this cap. So yeah, it's hot glued on here. When I got to the top, I started laying the tracks in an invisible part method so that I only had to leave a little bit of my hair out to try to blend it. Well, as I'm gluing, I always take the cap, try it back on and make sure everything is lined up right. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cute like that. Maybe I shouldn't cut it. Maybe I should just keep going and make it a full wig. So I kept going. I kept trying it on. I was like, okay. So I just kept going until, like, so all I have out is just a little bit of my edges from here to here. And, yeah, that's it. And then I just put a little part there. And then I have like a little invisible part thing going on. But you can't really tell because I, you know, blended it good. And then for the closure part up here, I couldn't figure out how to do that because I didn't want to do, you know, just a regular closure with the curly hair because it would look funny in the middle. I wanted it to all blend going in the same direction. So what I did was I started closing it and then I just laid the tracks going back, going back, going back, going back, and then I started flipping the tracks. Yeah, I just flipped the tracks and then tamed it so that all the tracks lay down backwards. Tamed it, yeah. So yes, that is what I have, the natural color. I was gonna color it, but I see a lot of videos where people color their curly hair and it changes the texture, it stretches the texture. Now I just didn't want to chance it because I intentionally planned on going red. I went to Sally's for a whole week, then I went again the next week, and they were out of vampire red. Now I could have got rock and roll red, but I just wanted vampire red, but they've been out of vampire red, so I was like, forget it. I'm just gonna make my wig and wear it in a natural color, and I'm feeling it. I don't know, I still might do color it red just because it's hot glued on here, so it ain't going nowhere. So I can easily dye it, wash it, and all that stuff. I've washed it and shampooed it and conditioned it while it's on the cap just so I could tame down the curls because this thing was big. It was huge, like huge. My husband was like, you gonna wear your hair like that? I'm like, no, I'm gonna tame it down. He's like, oh, I like it, but I was just saying that's a lot of hair. So yeah, I mean, it's good. Let me see if I can show you where the 20 hits me. Now, I intentionally planned on wearing short curly hair, but I was just going to do 18, 16, and the 14, but I don't know, the 20 just put me in, so, you know, here I am. and I like it. Y'all let me know what y'all think. That's pretty much it for now. I don't finger comb it when it's curly, so tangling will be not an option, as long as it doesn't mat up back here. And I can still run my fingers through it. I just don't want to make it any bigger because it was way smaller, and by me doing this, it has gotten big. Shedding, I didn't get, as much as I've washed it and co-washed it, I didn't get a lot of shedding. I mean, there's no hair sitting on my clothes, so I'm not getting shedding. Now if I pull it, I might. No, didn't get one. Didn't get one. So I mean, it's not shedding. So, and plus hot glue gun and bond glue, this thing ain't going nowhere. So I'm good on the shedding, and I'm quite sure it's gonna shed some, but you know, I'm not having a shedding issue. Shedding isn't my problem. With curly hair, I don't have to worry about tangling as long as it's not crawling up the back of my neck and matting on me and forming into one big ball on the side of my head. We good. So that's it for now. I just want to let you guys know what hair I was rocking because, you know, haven't done curly in a long time. So yeah, I will leave the link to Princess Hair Shop, and I love you guys, and I'll talk to y'all later.